Hello Capricorns, welcome to Timsy Naked Tarots. As you know from the fun title, we are doing a conclusion read. What sort of thing needs to come to a conclusion, whatever sort of cycle you are currently in. Let's have a little look-see at the energies of that. I am pulling on the Chariot card, which came out for you in the All Signs Overview. If you did not watch the All Signs Overview, that's okay. You just found out what card you had. If this doesn't resonate with you for any reason, perhaps check out that All Signs Overview and, well, see if there is a card in there what does resonate with you. Maybe you're running on a different star sign from your birth chart on this particular cycle. Okay, it is a general read. It may or may not resonate with you. If it does resonate with you, that is fantastic. And if it doesn't resonate with you, well, it's just not your read. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm going to pull 4 runes out of my bag. I've decided to use the Viking runes for this particular read because generally it works well for this sort of read. It will give us a past energy, a present energy, and a future energy. And then that 4th rune at the end there will give us an alternative energy, kind of like if you want to go against what the universe is planning and go with your own free will, do it yourself. But bear in mind, the universe might be planning on you doing that as well, which means you might be doing the universe's bidding, even if you do use your free will. But it doesn't matter. We all end up at the same destination on our journeys. We all just decide to take different routes to get there. Okay, so for the first rune out, we have got Ingwas. Okay, but before I dive into what Ingwas is, let's just talk about the Chariot quickly, because as I've mentioned just before, maybe you didn't actually watch the All Signs Overview, maybe you don't know what it was all about. The Chariot is winning against the odds, determination of winning, bold forward movement. So that's the sort of energy we are dealing with. Now, on my current read, or my previous reads that I've done for this particular section for the other signs already, it came out, not your card, but the other cards have been coming out roughly in the present. But let's just crack on with Ingwas. Let's have a little look-see at what we're dealing with. Now, Ingwas literally translates to the god of Ing. Okay, and the god of Ing was known for male procreative force, channeling energies, safety. It's a bit of a protection rune, protection god, completions, and fertility. Okay, you can't have this rune in reverse, and no matter which way up or down it goes in the same way. Now, here we go. It's reverse or upright. It doesn't matter. It's come out in the upright. It always does. So what Ingwas is kind of telling us is perhaps your cycle's already come to an end. Perhaps there's been an ending to this already, and you just haven't realised yet. So let's get some clarifiers out on the past. Perhaps all this has been wrapped up in the past, and perhaps you're just hanging on to it. Okay, the four. Oh, my light's just gone out. Hang on a second. I'll leave that exactly like that while I just go and sort my lighting out, because, well, I'm shocking and I didn't check the batteries before we started. Well, okay, eye is back. Let's just sort out there we go. That's looking a bit better. Okay, yeah. So, as I was saying, you're hanging on to the energies. Out comes the 4 of Pentacles. Okay, now the 4 of Pentacles is literally that, hanging on to something which is done, dead, over. Oh, and I'm shuffling again now. It's hanging on to something from the past. Sometimes it's seen as being greedy. Sometimes it's the settlement after a big life change. But I was literally then talking about the cycle being over and you're hanging on to it, and out it pops. So, and let's see what else is coming out with it. We've got the Hermit. Okay, we've got the 6 of Swords. Okay, and we've got the 5 of Cups, and that's the reason the 4 of Pentacles has come out. You're hanging on to it because you miss the cycle. Okay, with the Hermit card, that's like looking within yourself, looking for an alternative, looking for something different, looking for guidance, looking for answers. Okay, the 6 of Swords is telling us, well, it's telling us, hey, you're balanced. Okay, because I called it the 6 of Pentacles, even though it's got swords on. It's when stuff like that happens in the tarot read, yeah, you have to go with it as well. Okay, I can clearly see their swords just as well as you can, and I called it the Pentacles. Okay, so it's telling us, it's given us two things there. The Six of Pentacles, you're balanced. It's the cycle is complete. It's done what it's needed to do. Okay, it's also put you in a calmer, more level place. Okay, so I don't really know where this read is going, because even from the offset, it's balance. It's balance from the past. The only thing I can see is you're hung up on it. You haven't let go of it. Okay, you're still hanging on to it. Now, this could be anything. Perhaps it was a job, and you got fired from the job, and you're still hanging on to that job, even and kind of refusing to admit that it's gone, and you have to move on to past as new. Perhaps it's a relationship, perhaps it's a family member, perhaps one's passed recently, and you're hanging on to that energy, and anything like that. Obviously, we all have different situations. As I said, we're all on different paths to the same destination. Okay. So for the present energies, let's just move these up a bit, because it does take up a lot on my table doing it with a 4-card deep spread. Okay. So the current energies is Hagelas. Okay, now Hagelas is a little bit like the Tower. It translates to hailstorms and the like. Now, yeah, in our day and age, a hailstorm isn't that big a deal. Okay, yeah, it might damage some of your flowers in the garden. If you're have an extreme one, especially in most places, yeah, you might get a bit of damage to your cars and things. But bear in mind, in places like Tornado Alley, where they have tornadoes, when they get the hailstorms which precede the tornadoes, well, you get golf ball size ones coming down, you get baseball size ones coming down, you get softball size ones coming down. Yeah, so how big's a softball? We're looking at like grapefruit size. There you go. Most people know what a grapefruit is. Okay, it's like they're big and they're heavy. It's frozen water. Water has a lot of weight to it. Okay, and when it freezes, when it becomes a solid weight, it weighs even more than, well, it doesn't. It feels like it does, though. So it does a lot of damage. But back in the Norse times, when these runes were about, well, a hailstorm at the wrong time could be the difference between life and death. It could wreck fields of crops. Yeah, it can knock you on the head, because like in our day and age, we have shelter everywhere. Okay, back then, well, no, shelter was sparse. You might have had a small town or village, but most of it was all just open wilderness. Okay, and so this is something sudden out of the blue. It's something big. It's like a tower, as I said. It's kind of like a big life-changing moment. It's currently going on. Okay, and I feel you're thinking it's linked to this old cycle, which is done. It's done. It says so. Ingwas. It's complete. Okay, it's not linked to this old cycle. You're just thinking it is, because you're hanging on to it and you're missing it. Okay, as much as you've looked inside and you've leveled yourself out, you're still missing it. Okay, and so you're sort of kind of like linking it to the old cycle. You're thinking needs a conclusion, but is already concluded. So let's see where the present is taking us at the moment. Just funny enough, that was the crossing card. That would have been the crossing card. It was on the bottom of the deck. I do check them all the time, even if I'm not using them. Okay, so sort of the crossing card on that top one would have been, it's like your personal pleasure, if you will. It's like you're hanging on to it because it makes you happy, or it makes you feel good. You're remembering all those good times. I wouldn't often sort of call the King of Wands and link it to the Six of Cups, but that's kind of how it felt when I saw it there. And if we have a look here, we've got the Empress this time. There you go. Let's see. Yeah, these changes have happened for the good. Okay, perhaps if we take that whole crop instance into account, but yeah, perhaps there was a disease within that crop which was growing, and the hailstorm destroyed that crop, and it's saved you from getting the disease. Or if you take it into car evaluations and your car gets wrecked by a massive hailstorm and the insurance company pays out, well, perhaps if it didn't get wrecked, you would have ended up in a car accident where it was your fault and then the insurance company didn't pay out. Okay? Or perhaps your insurance was going to elapse and you were going to run out of insurance because you forgot to renew it, but the hailstorm happened right on the last day before it ran out. And if it happened the following day, it's the Empress. Whatever this is, it's lucky, it's attractive, it's positive, and it's putting good stuff into you. But let's have a look what it is. We got the Queen of Swords. Well, there is action to be taken, but you're not taking it yet. You're holding off that action. You know the truth. Yeah, you've been searching. You've been searching for something new. You know this is over. Yeah, in your soul, you know it's your over. You know it's your over. You know it's over. But your ego is kind of hanging on to it. Okay. And so you know it's over, but you're not letting go of it. I've already said that up in the past there, and still in the future you're holding it, and that's why you're getting these tower moments. It's what's a good way of explaining this? It would be a bit like fighting against the current on a river, and eventually you're just going to run out of energy. Okay, this is it. You're running out of energy. You're now just getting washed down the river into the rapids. Okay, where if you had used your energy to navigate the rapids, you would have got through a lot better. Now you're just going to be bumped around off rocks and whatever. But the King of Wands is telling us it's your ego hanging on to this. It's your pride. It's your arrogance. Okay, and you've been doing it for a time with the Temperance card. The Temperance is all about patience. Now, patience and taking time and having time does make things stronger. It does make you stronger. The word temper, for example, is what makes the glass smash into those tiny little like bits instead of like big plates of it. It's heat treated, basically. That's what it does. It's put under the extreme heat extremely quick, and then cooled off extremely quick as well, and it makes it harder. It makes it very brittle around the edges, but makes it very hard along the plate of it, the field of it, if you see where I'm coming from. Well, she's pouring one cup into the other. She's literally, in this Temperance card, she's literally pouring the energies out of what you had into something new. That's what's happening. Your end of your cycle, you're coming to a conclusion, has already happened. You're now starting something new. It's a bit of a weird one. Yes, it's meant to be a conclusion end, or an end of a cycle, bringing something to an end. But this is telling us it's already at an end. You're starting something new. You're meant to be starting something new, but you're still hanging on to the end. Okay, with the Three of Pentacles at the end there, it's telling us that there's this need to, there's this opening for you to work on something with someone. Perhaps someone's invited you onto a project, doing up a derelict building or something like that, and this is the new start for you. You will start this and you will start getting the ideas and things. Working with someone else is going to help you move forward. Okay, so we have got a fella in reverse. A fella is literally all about like inheritance, the ancestors. Let's call it the ancestors more than inheritance. Okay, so it deals with things like tradition, inheritance, ancestral property in places, family ties, tradition. I've already said that. Heritage, inheritance and things like that. Now, with it coming out in reverse, it could be pointing that in the future there may be some conflict, okay, to do with either a family conflict. Maybe there's a divorce coming up. Perhaps it's an argument over inheritance. Maybe it's just you're not being in touch with your ancestral roots. Maybe you're like drifting away from the spiritual side of things. You're not paying attention to your ego, your intuition. You're not listening to your ancestral spirits talking to you, if you want to call them your ancestral spirits or your guardian angels or whatever it may be. Okay, what are they talking about? What are you ignoring? I did say right at the beginning, go with the flow of the universe. Well, this is the universe's choice. You're ignoring what the universe is putting in front of you. It's literally slapping you with really obvious signs. You could literally be walking down the street and probably see a billboard up there with your name on it saying you need to do this or this will happen. And then later on in the day you haven't done it and it did happen, but you're still not registering what it is. The universe is really trying to help you with that Lover's out. It could be to do with lovers. It could be to do with someone new coming into your life. And it could be coming in through this inheritance. It could be just a divorce. Okay, it could be saying that we've got a fellow in reverse, lovers coming out. Maybe you're going through a divorce or a split up of some description. We've got the Knight of Wands coming out. We've got the Wheel of Fortune coming out, and we've got the Page of Cups coming out with that. So I did say maybe you're getting a new lover, and here it is coming out at the end as the Page of Cups. You're getting news, you're getting information. Now, this information, again, it could be anything. It could be a passing of someone in the family and you're getting inheritance from it. Perhaps the solicitor handling that could be your new beau or something like that. Perhaps it is a divorce and it's the settlement from your divorce. Remember that 4 Pentacles up there could be an indication of settlement after a big change, but that is from the past, not the future. Okay, but there you're getting some sort of important news out of nowhere. It's not going to beat around the bush. You're not going to have to read between the lines. As I said here, the universe is literally putting up signs with your name, with the problem and with the solution on it. And that's that. That is what this is. You're getting that information. The Wheel of Fortune is telling you that it's time to move on. Things change. Things never stay in one place. Yeah, Temperance, I'm hanging on, I'm waiting. No, you should be moving forward with the Wheel of Fortune because there is new love, new potential with the Page of Cups coming in there. Maybe a small apology. Maybe you owe someone an apology. Maybe they owe you an apology. Okay, so that's where the universe is kind of guiding you at the moment. Okay, it's giving you all the signs you need to know. You just have to open your eyes and look at them. Go with your intuition. See what it is. I don't normally do this much of a read personally for a sign. Normally I would do the reads on the incoming signs more, but this is definitely all about you. Okay, so our last rune coming out, which I think is Danzag, but I will have to check that one. And I didn't have to check that one. I got it bang on the money there, actually. It is Danzag. Okay, and Danzag, well, it's daytime. Yeah, so the alternative route, if you sort of want to go it yourself, and again, as I pointed out right at the beginning, maybe your alternative route is actually where the universe is trying to place you down. Yeah, I will give you an easy road, but I'd prefer it if you took this one and makes it look like it's your free will, your choice. Okay, because perhaps it knows you, Capricorn. Perhaps it knows that you're not going to take the easy route. Perhaps it's like no one forces me to do anything. After all, you're a goat, a Capricorn. They tend to be stubborn animals. Okay, they tend to do what they want to do, not necessarily what you want them to do. So that might be what the universe might be using your own stubbornness against yourself to make you do what it wants you to do. Okay, so our first card, what came flying out of this, is the Queen of Cups in reverse. So a little bit more about Danzag before we go through. It is like daylight, it's breakthroughs, it's transformations, and it is balance. Now, I think the universe is saying probably your lack of communication is the key to, well, it's kind of actually, it's a lack of communication. It's a lack of telling people what you feel. It's a lack of giving out love. Or it could also be the fact that, well, I'm not actually doing what people expect me to do. I'm going to do what I want to do. Your stubbornness. The Queen of Cups coming out there is your stubbornness. So we got Justice coming out as well with the King of Pentacles and the 10 of Pentacles. Okay. So your stubbornness is going to cause the breakthrough. Okay, I may have just screwed the universe's plans up a little bit by telling you that it could actually be using your own stubbornness against you to make you do what it wanted you to do in the first place. And it's not a case of it forces you to do it. It gives you the choice. Okay, it's showing you the signs. It's not making you read them. It's not making you understand them. That's up to you. Okay, it's telling you what you need to do. Yeah, the signs are telling you move forward, find the new whatever, find the new passion, find the new love, find the new job, whatever it may be for you. That's what it's telling you. That's the easy route. Yeah, just read what's right in front of you. Read the signs and just go with it. But it knows you're going to go for the harder route. Okay, because after all, you're stubborn. So it's giving you the conclusion of this whatever this is going to lead to this. This is your stubbornness, yeah. This is breakthroughs. There's breakthroughs to be had, and the universe has had a breakthrough using you against yourself, yeah. To then, and trust me, this is nothing to do with Capricorn. Okay, if you were pulling star signs off of cards, you would not say Capricorn on that. Even in reverse, you would not say Capricorn. But that's what I'm getting off that. It's you. It's your stubbornness. But no, your stubbornness will bring the justice, bring the balance. Okay, your willingness maybe is a better way of saying it, to do what you think is right, to do what you want to do, not let anyone else push you around, not let anyone else guide you into anything, is what's going to bring the balance, and is what the universe is kind of hoping that you would do in the first place. Yeah, you will get success, but it's going to be hard work. The King of Pentacles is all about success. It's a very successful king, but it's very hard-working king as well. He doesn't expect things to just be given to him. He expects he has to work hard for them, but he's happy to help others. Yeah, if he can afford to help someone out, he helps them out, but he kind of expects to get that back one way or another. Either they get themselves on their feet and they help others down the line, become like a King of Pentacles themselves, or they just pay him back in some way. So what are you going to have success in? You're going to have success in your life in general. This is generational wealth. Remember, this is the sort of current future is saying we got some sort of blockage, inheritance, it's ancestral stuff. Yeah, this is generational wealth. Now, by doing your own thing, you may get what you deserve. Okay, justice is telling us you may get the 10 of Pentacles there, the generational wealth, the life you've always wanted. But it's not just going to be given to you on a platter. Brewster's Millions has just popped into my head. Yeah, if you've ever seen that film, it's great. I can't remember all the actors in it. Richard Bryars, is it? But anyway, he gets in an inheritance for like millions and millions of dollars. But to actually claim his inheritance, he has to somehow waste $1 million or $10 million or however much it is, and have nothing to show for it at the end of it. Okay, so he can't have friendship out of it, he can't have love out of it, he can't have any properties left. And that's what this is. You sort of like have to work hard to get it. It's not just going to be given to you. Okay, so Capricorn, that was your reads. Hopefully it resonates with you. If it does, that is fantastic. Feel free to hit that thumbs up button to let me know that it did resonate with you. Yeah. If it did resonate with you, I'm sorry. It can't always resonate with everyone. That's why they're general reads. If it was a personal read, it would only resonate with one person. Okay? So, sorry about that. Maybe just go, as I said, check out the other signs on the playlist, or just check out another tarot reader's Capricorn read for this week. It's up to you. If there was something wrong with this video, if you had a problem with this video, if you did not like this video for any reason, there is the thumbs down button. You can hit that. But do me a solid, let me know in the comments why you hit the thumbs down button. Lighting, sound quality, you don't like the pictures on the cards, things like that can all be changed. The actual energies coming off the cards, no, sorry, can't do. I could probably use a different pack right now and get very, very similar read of it. But it is what it is. I can't change that bit, but I can change other things. I can make my lighting better. I'd expect a little comment on that. My lighting gave up halfway through this particular video, and I had to stop and put you on pause. And yeah, luckily I did remember to actually start it again, and I didn't just waste the last 10 minutes yapping away. But anyway, yeah, if you don't like it, thumbs down, leave a comment, let me know. You can always leave a comment if you did like it as well. I'm just rambling, so I'm just going to wrap it up now. Hope you have a wonderful month, and I catch you all on my next videos as soon as I catch you watching one. Until then, enjoy yourself.